I am at the hospital. Just got out, checking for my mental health and trying to find out who's stalking me or whatever. And is it just a part of my imagination? Those are my personal thoughts. So I did a video earlier. It's April 12th, 2014, not April 11th, 2014. But tomorrow, this video will be uploaded on April 13th, 2014. My birthday is on April 27th, 2014. So I feel awesome. I love hospitals. Not afraid of that. And they usually treat you very nice. Just talking about my experience here, and it's always a good one. I'm a nurse. I went to school for nursing, so you know, I intend to go to school and get my degree in about 3 years. I have to pay off an old debt, so that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm gonna do, and it's gonna be done, and everything is cool with me. Make sure if you're feeling bad about yourself and it's someone else's fault, you really need to push the issue, and you really need to stand up for yourself, not to the government, but to and not really to the person who you know it is and they keep saying no, but by reporting the incident over and over again until that person stops and gets out of your life, because people are really open and friendly nowadays and take the laws for granted because everybody is in a good place as far as well rested and eating, and there's no poverty really over here in America. So a good tip for people who are out of town and not in this country, make sure you get your mental health checked before you come over. That's just my personal opinion. Include that along with your physical health. Do both. Those are the two things you really need as far as doctors, checkups, and things like that. Not just your body needs to be taken care of, and your brain is a part of your body. So make sure you check it out. Don't go too crazy and don't, overexhaust the staff. So, just be calm, be normal. Being normal is hard to do in a time like this, I know. I agree. And, inhale, exhale every day. Practice breathing techniques. Practice meditation techniques to deal with stress. It really works, especially if you can include it in your daily life. You have not just heard this from me, you've heard this from doctors and all the way in the past till now. And I am not new here, but I am new to giving this advice and maintaining it. I'm 32. I know I'm young, but I've been talking about this for a long time, and I am very secure, very settled in my life and centered and doing what I need to do every day to survive and be happy. An overall general happiness about myself. I have that. I really have that. I have that. And I would like for you to have that too. So I keep praying for the world and everything about you. And when I say you, I mean people of the world. And no matter the race, no matter the gender, no matter the age, no matter your disability, no matter your creed, your origin, your nationality, I pray for you. I care that your safety, your whoever you are, I generally care, and the hospital is a safe environment for that. It really is. A lot of people come here for safety, and it helps you. So I think I will get my meditation CD and relax and do what I need to do to keep the outside world outside and stay to myself and be safe and not hurt anyone and not physically or mentally or abuse anyone or touch anyone or hit anyone. I pray for the world to have that same serenity I have and standards that I have for the world and for the people. Uh, you know, that's just what I pray for that. And I hope it for anyone that's listening to my this video, and that loves themselves and cares about themselves in a good, healthy way. You know, and you will have friends just like that. You will have friends. You will have people that care about you. And when you see that a negative person that wants to hurt you, you will see them, is the point. You will see them coming to you, and you can tell them what you need to tell them so they can get out of your life. No one has to stay in your life if you don't want them to. Plain and simple. That's what the law is about. That's what the government's about. That's what officers teach us. That's what the firemen teach us. That's what the counselors teach us. That's what the mental health system teaches. That's what your mom teaches. Everybody. So, if you feel frightened, this is just my little piece. I'm not an officer. I'm not gonna run to your house and help you. But maybe by listening to this tape, you feel calm and soothed throughout your day and your life. I don't just want to help you with your day every day and get paid for it. I want to help you with your life so you can move on and do what you need to do in your day to make your life continue to stay smooth. And there will be rough bumps, but that's when you got to handle yourself and come back to the reality of, I don't know if I want to call it the world, because the world is not really like that, but come back to the reality of other people's situation. And that's what I learned as well today and every day, that other people want to be noticed, loved from outside people. I don't know what that is called. I would love to find out. And why is it so important in the world here in America that everybody wants to be famous, everybody wants to be noticed, everybody wants money, and they want fame, and they want glory and power and respect, and when they didn't do anything to earn it or anything, and they don't even know what it is. They just want it. It looks good. It looks good, so I want it. Yes, they want to shop. Yes, they want to eat good, shop good, drink good, live good. They want a good life. I hear people say that a lot. They want a good life. But what does that mean? It doesn't mean the same thing for everyone, You got to start talking more and making your situation notice by talking about it. Not hitting or yelling or screaming, but going to the proper place to put those thoughts and views out there. Not by hitting or screaming or yelling or pulling pranks or death pranks on people. That's not the way to do it. But go to call 911. Go to the sheriff's office. Talk to a teacher. The end result is she will lead you to a cop or a hospital or jail or institution. That's for the person or whoever is bothering you or what you need, that can be of helpful service, especially when you don't have any money from the get-go. So be mindful. That's where things end up, and it's not a good place from the sound of it, or it doesn't have a good reputation. But you gotta do bad things or whatever people consider bad in the society of the world to get to the good life. For me, the good life is having my serenity, having my values within myself, not put out there in the world, but having happiness on the inside and make sure my reputation is very good. And as far as things that I've done, make sure I report all my incidents that I have done, and if I have done anything, turn myself in for it before before getting arrested for it and picked up from somewhere with a warrant out. Turn yourself in sometimes. It will help you, and it's good for your reputation. You know, I hope that makes sense to you. I'm not trying to promote anything or, just talking about my day and what I like to see in myself and what I like to see in the world. I don't want people to die that don't want to die. And that's me. I don't want to die right now, and my life every day keeps getting threatened in the world because supposedly the world is so bad, and it's not. It's just not. And I didn't grow up rich. You hear that a lot. Most people did not grow up rich, and that's just what the world is. You happy with your situation? I could say that it's a it does pertain to having God in my life and everything, and He is a big part of my life, and I pray, I worship, I go to church, I find myself, I discover my roots, and usually for me everything ends up going back to God. And I hope you find your God and your peace that lies within God, from God. You have to ask permission. You can't just demand and expect and then think it's going to happen and sit there waiting for a spirit to come to life to actually hand you $10 billion in your hands. That's not how it goes, sweetie. That's not how it goes. You really have to put in your own work and make sure you're here live in reality, and separate God from your everyday life. Don't take Him to rob somebody, is what I'm saying. That's very absurd. It's crazy. And yeah, you still end up getting arrested because you did it. And I've heard people ask God for money directly. Like, I will go to they go to the Western Union, and they want money from the machine or the person there, and they saying God send them there through a prayer that they're saying. But yes, God is real, but He is not down with that, and He's not real in skin, bones, in 2014. You cannot reach out and touch God. So that's my opinion, and a lot of other people's opinion that live in the world. That's the reality of life. God is a spirit. His disciple was Jesus Christ, and there are different religions for different people. Pick something that includes God, because it's all here in America to cater to you. Some countries just have one religion and you have to stick to it or they kill you, which is what I do not believe at all. That's why I'm not over there. I'm from America, born and raised, and now I'm here doing excellent and want to live every day to enjoy what God has for us, even though it might seem so little. I think it's beautiful, a huge gesture that He created things for exactly certain people, and I found that in my life. I found what God finds for me. I have found it right now, and most grown women have found that. Most men from birth have found that, what God has in store for them. So you got to keep praying, keep worshiping God, the Spirit. Some people believe God was alive. I don't believe that at all. Like an actual man walking around. That's not true. That's far from the Bible. He was a spirit from when we the beginning of creation in the Bible. But anyway, thank you. Food for thought. Food for thought. Goodbye. My name is Akita. See ya.